has declared war on the polluters. I'm well aware of the work that's being done by Steve Day, supported by many experts in bringing forward the PolluterPays amendments, and my personal view as a humble minister is that we do need a building by building assessment of liability if we're going to ensure that the polluter pays.
Because governments of all persuasions have been involved in what I would describe as the building of inappropriate buildings over the last 20 or 30 years, and that's a problem for all of us.
Everybody that has profited from this crisis is a polluter, and they must pay. And you look at building by building who caused this mess and make sure that they pay for it. And doing this at the individual building level, that is the way in which you can ensure that the quality of the buildings in the future will be far better than what we've seen.
The only comprehensive solution I am aware of is the PolluterPays amendment.
In support of Lord Lytton's amendment. My Lords, reading the email circulated, citing powerful support to these amendments from experts, commentators, government figures, individual leaseholders and associations from across the whole world, not just the UK. The rest of us can only look on in envy at the level of support.
With an amendment to that by Lord Lytton and the Lords, which aims to protect leaseholders from these sometimes literally ruinous costs.
The noble Lord's amendment seemed to me both right and practicable in that regard, given the idea of a levy to the remediation fund, which helps answer the concerns of affordability. Developing new confidence in the construction industry and driving up its standards will also help protect the long-term reputation of the industry itself, which can only be a win-win for all concerned, or at least for all committed to the vision of good housing rather than a race to the bottom. I therefore wish to support the noble Lord's amendments and the principles behind them in this crucial area of our national life.
Will effectively restore the trust, reform the construction industry, and hopefully provide the protection for future generations, not just for this particular crisis.
The PolluterPays amendment, the draft of which has been prepared and had the scrutiny of top legal minds like Daniel Greenberg.
These proposals really are heavyweight legal stuff. So,
with the support of the Minister, who has spoken very kindly this afternoon, with the support of both Houses of Parliament, these clauses can be got onto the statute book and then they can be implemented fast, effectively and efficiently.
I will listen particularly carefully to what the noble Earl Lytton has to say about drawing on the polluter pays principle to recompense leaseholders.
As the noble Earl Lytton has explained, the polluter pays approach has much to recommend it, and I too add my support to their plea for the noble Lord the Minister to respond positively to this proposal.
It's going to be hard for any government minister not to do their utmost back to try and go with the flow and make this work in some way or other.
Say that Armour has publicly supported the polluter pays principle. It would then endeavour to recoup that money from those who are responsible.
People who have perhaps pushed forward products that aren't fit for purpose, or people who have just constructed badly. That's why we support the polluter pays bill, because unlike some other amendments we've seen in the past, which says leaseholders shouldn't pay, which we absolutely agree with, it provides a route to pay.
Polluter pays seems to be the only thing, the only suggestion that can go forward.
The government does not have the money to solve the problem and is at present, as I see it, unprepared to place the responsibility on the construction industry that has created this situation over decades of marking its own homework. This crisis is not over until everyone is protected. I beg to move.